until these past few weeks.
These last 2 games, though, they've looked good.
All right. Arizona at St. Louis. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, Rams were up 7-0 early, and I saw the Cardinals 1 point said they scored, and then it was called back. I don't know what happened. Maybe NFL.com glitch. Who knows?
That happens a lot. A glitch.
And I actually picked the Rams to win this game this past week, so I thought this was my upset pick of the week. Didn't happen, though. After a while, Kurt Warner, he said, I should be so tired all the time. I should learn to wake up on the East Coast, or Central time zone in this case. And he was able to connect with all his receivers. Hightower did a good job. Another good day for Kurt Warner. Fans of St. Louis basically cheering for him because they still like him. That's what the commentators are saying.
That's what they said. They said Kurt Warner still got lots of fans in St. Louis.
And they dominated that game. And the Rams get a late score, but too much to overcome. And had Rams won today, they really would have had a shot at winning this division. But now they're back at, your season's probably over again. You're 2-6 now. And the Cardinals, they move up to 5-3 here. They're a solid team. They just got to learn to play better on the road. They struggle so much on the road, but they overcame a road game today, though, winning in St. Louis by that score of 34-13. And they improved themselves to 5-3. Now they got to keep protecting the homestand as well.
Yeah, Arizona, I don't know what to say about them because
They look really good at home every week. Just the road, they struggle.
They look, yeah. One week they could look great, and next week they could just fall on their face. I don't know. They're going to win this division, but I don't know how tough of a team, how great of a team, how much of a fight they're going to put up in the playoffs. I really can't really say that right now.
Whoever gets that, say the Cardinals get the 4th seed, though. Whoever gets that 5th seed, though, they have to go to Arizona, though, and they're tough in Arizona, so first round they should be in good shape.
Kurt Warner, keep it up, buddy. You're an old geezer, and you're still pulling it off. So, 342 today.
He's having an MVP season, and this joke guy in our fantasy league named Ramfan just drafted him as kind of like a joke, and he turns out to put up these amazing stats. So
yeah, his first pick, Kurt Warner, who's supposed to be a backup to Matt Leinart. What happens? Kurt Warner's named the starter.
Kurt Warner's like going for MVP season.
342. This guy puts on 300-yard games like every week. This guy's crazy. Kurt Warner, keep doing what you're doing, and we'll see how far you get in the playoffs. That's all I got to say.
Next game, an interesting one going on in LP Field in Nashville, Tennessee, where the Tennessee Titans knocked off the Green Bay Packers by a score of 19-16 in overtime. And finally, the quarterback of the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, he finally learned to hook up with Donald Driver for once. Like, I thought Driver was just useless these days because he doesn't do anything. He always goes to Greg Jennings. And he hooked up with him today, got over 100 yards. He got the touchdown for them. Titans defense, though, they are really tough in the red zone. I saw the Packers get down there many times, and they have to settle for a field goal all these times.
Yep.
That Titan defense has been dangerous all season. They continue to play tough today. They forced turnovers on the Packers a couple times. And again, Kerry Collins manages the game. That's always what he does. Manages against the Colts last Monday, managed against the Packers this week. And, of course, Rob Baronis kicks that game-winning field goal in the end. Jeff Fisher's Titans, they don't look like that's kind of a spectacular team. They win a lot of close games. Doesn't matter if you're a good or bad team. But the bottom line is they win. They're 8-0. You got to give the coach credit. He's a smart man. They don't have too much talent, and they find ways to win. A low salary. You got to give this team a lot of credit. Packers are a lot better than 4-4. Wouldn't you agree?
I might agree, but then I might not agree because there are some weeks where they just look horrible.
Today they look great, though, and could not come out on top of the victory.
Wasn't it last week they got blown out?
They were off last week. I don't remember their game before that.
Yes, the game before that.
I don't remember.
I don't remember, but this team is very inconsistent and young. And with their new quarterback, who seems to have on and off days, you never know what you're going to get with that team.
All right, next game.
A man by the name of Dan Rispoli, by the way, today told me that Ryan Grant was going to have a beast of a game today against that Tennessee defense. And I said, are you crazy? Tennessee is the best defense in the league. Ryan Grant was held to 86 yards.
That's an okay day, so I guess you guys had a split decision on that one.
A split decision.
And Ryan Grant, a local boy out of Don Bosco Prep University around here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Another game, the Battle of the Browns, the old Browns against the new Browns, as the Baltimore Ravens visiting the Cleveland Browns. And the Ravens on top today, 37-27. And doesn't that Baltimore Raven coach remind you of John Cena? He looks just like him.
He does.
And Cena now gets another victory today with that team. Early on, it was all Ravens. They're up, was it 10-0 or 14-0 early?
10-0.
It was 10-0 early. Then the Browns got that big kickoff return. The momentum shifted in the Browns' favor. Those from the Browns started having a blowout lead. And then the Ravens turned it back around. And in the end, the interception by Derek Anderson returned all the way, and that sealed the deal. Ravens win it by 10. They sweep the Browns on the year. So they go to 5-3. The Browns falter to 3-5. So now the Browns, we were thinking if they won this game today, they'd be back in the race of the AFC North. They lost. That's a big blow to them. Derek Anderson continues his bad plays. Only good game this whole year is the game against the Giants, wasn't it?
Yep.
Or do you have one? Who did you play last week? I think he might have had a good game last week too. You forgot. It was the... No.
I don't know.
I think they won last week. He played well in that game too. He only played well in 2 games all season though. It's pretty pathetic.
Completed less than half of his passes today.
Struggled again today, and I don't know why they're not giving Brady Quinn a chance at this point. They're 3-5, and
it's because Romeo Crennel is so confused. He's like, I can't even run this team. What do I do? I need help.
He's not getting the job done very well. Baltimore here are shocking 5-3. They were not projected to do anything this year, and just like that, they could be in contention with the Steelers now, especially with all the injuries going on.
And Ray Rice, a product out of Rutgers, Posada's favorite homeboy, 21 carries, 154 yards at a touchdown. Or maybe not a touchdown, I forget.
37 points, that's a lot for the Ravens. Can't believe it. All right, in Chicago today, another story of a bad team leading early who finds ways to lose.
I cannot believe this.
The Detroit Lions lose to the Chicago Bears by a score of 27-23. Orlovsky had a good day today, throwing 2 touchdown passes.
Threw the ball 47 times.
That's a lot of throws, though. I
thought Mike Martz went to San Francisco, but apparently he stayed in Detroit.
The Lions have no running game, and Rudy Johnson, the former Bengal running back, is on their team. I don't know why they don't use him at all.
I don't know.
They just throw the ball every... So that's why they're just too predictable on offense, and their defense is really bad. Maybe the Lions should go after Spagnuolo as a head coach or something like that after this year. I don't know.
They should.
But
the Lions scored all their points in the second quarter.
This Orlovsky guy is not too bad, though. If you want a little bit of improvement, you got to say, hey, this guy looked all right so far. He had that embarrassing safety in his first start. But he's come a long way. He put up good numbers against the Texans, good numbers this week. And I think he's starting to turn it around a bit. I got to give this guy some credit.
Unfortunately, this is like his last game.
Really? They're going to go back to Kitna?
No. Kitna's done for the year. You didn't know this?
No,
you didn't know what just happened?
No.
Your favorite guy just came to the Lions.
Who?
The guy who you say is going to come back, or what is he doing, or why is he not playing?
I don't know.
Come on, you know.
You gotta tell me I don't know.
You know. Mr. Culpepper has signed with the Lions. And he's probably going to start next week.
He's not going to start that early. Is that what they're really saying?
That's what they're saying.
I don't believe that.
Well, that's why I said today, Orlovsky is playing for his job, and he lost, which is a heartbreaking loss considering the defense gave this game up. And he played so well in the second quarter.
I guess we're going to have to file reports on that the next week. I can't believe... Colbert's to get used to the system and stuff. You can't just jump in there. I mean, that's,
why not? Pass. That's all they do.
It sounds a little bit ridiculous, what you just said, but we'll see what happens the coming weeks. They did give a good effort, though, today, and it's funny, they actually injured
Kyle Orton.
Kyle Orton. Grossman comes in, and Grossman leads the comeback, so quarterback controversy in Chicago now? I don't know.
We don't know how long Orton's going to be out for. It's like a really nasty injury. Could be out for a few weeks.
This improves the Bears, though. They're in first place, though, now in the North at 5-3.
The Lions horrible North.
Lions 0-8. Let's take that call.
Yeah, let's take that call. WRPR, you're on the air.
Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Hello, your volume's a little bit low.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
Yeah, just to continue on with what you were saying about the Lions, I just want to congratulate them for actually almost winning today.
Did you hear this thing that he was talking about, how Culpepper is going to start for the Lions soon? What is this? Oh, I didn't hear anything about that.
I just missed the last minute or so of the conversation.
Okay.
Shoot, I knew somebody was going after Culpepper, but I didn't hear that Culpepper actually agreed to anything, because remember, he's still in retirement.
Okay.
I do believe he's agreed in principle to a 2-year deal.
Okay, I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, we're both got to read about this then. You got your hockey report coming?
Yeah, maybe in a bit. Before I forget, though, found out an interesting fact. This wrestler named Chris Jericho, that's an actual wrestler, right?
Yes.
His father was actually a hockey player.
Oh, yeah, he was on the Rangers.
I'm not positive of that.
His last name is Irvin or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I just thought that was cool. So wrestlers are athletes too, then? Okay. Just a fact.
I'm pretty sure it was Rangers because I seen him wear Rangers jerseys.
Yeah, I think you're right. So speaking of the Rangers, I heard you talked about it briefly earlier in the show.
Yeah, I thought it was funny how they gave up 5 goals in 5 minutes.
Well, I didn't think it was really funny. I don't think that's an accurate description, but.
Well, I didn't personally. I didn't see them, so you could give us a play-by-play on that.
The Rangers didn't play a particularly good game, even before they gave up the 5 goals. The Rangers were up 2-0 with about 7.5 minutes left.
Okay.
But they were turning the puck over a lot, and they took way too many penalties earlier in the game. So you could kind of sense it coming. Toronto was building up all their energy.
Yeah.
The goals, I mean, some of them were defensive breakdowns, but for the most part, I think the goalie probably should have had at least 3 of them.